All right. Okay, well, welcome to the Women's Health Essentials class. We're so excited to have you guys join us here. And for those of you who are going to participate by listening to the recording, we're super excited to have you participate in that way as well. This is all about women's health. We're going to be focusing mainly today on hormones and how things like diet, stress levels, toxic load, and different things that can affect our hormones can have really a detrimental effect on our overall health. And we're going to talk about some products and some essential oils and give you some diet tips in terms of foods that you can eat that will help with balancing out the hormones. So that's kind of where we're going with this. The official FDA disclaimer that I need to share with you states that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The products that we talk about today are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Okay, so we're very careful about how we talk about essential oils and other products that we have, supplements that doTERRA has to offer, and they are fantastic with supporting every single one of our body systems, but we would never try to diagnose, treat, prescribe, unprescribe, do any of that. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Joni Schmidgall, and I have been using essential oils now for nearly 7 years. We started using them when our first child was around 11 months old. We needed some help with his teething issues, and we went to the grocery store to get some children's Tylenol. And right at that time, the FDA had required Tylenol to pull over 500 products off the shelves. And as a brand new mom, that was quite alarming to me, because I remember standing in the aisle at the grocery store thinking, what am I going to do? Like, what else is there? Because that was my normal. That's all I knew to do, was to go get an over-the-counter to help support his body. And I had shared this story with a friend of mine who had been using essential oils, and she was telling me that I could use these oils with my baby. And I had never even heard of an essential oil, so I didn't even know what it was. And she educated us. We took a few months to kind of learn and decide to get a set of oils in our home. And once we did that, it radically shifted the way that my husband and I approached our family's healthcare. And we have never looked back. We will never look back. I can honestly say we're very, very healthy. We go to the doctor's office for wellness checks and stitches. Unfortunately, we've had a few of our kids have needed stitches, but we're doing great. And I feel very fortunate and very blessed to have these tools in our home. So before we begin this class, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself a few questions. The first question is, why did you sign up? When you saw that there was a class available that was going to be specific to women's health, why did you sign up? Question number 2 is, what is holding you back from achieving optimal health? Question number 3 is, what would make our time together the most valuable for you? So Sarah and I are going to cover a lot of information today, but if we don't get directly to your specific needs or your specific questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and make sure that we know what your questions are, so that we can find some answers and some help for you. Okay. So we have a lot of choices out there, right? We have a lot of things that kind of bombard our daily lives, just the daily day things that need to happen. We live in an environment that is full of toxins. Okay, some of them we can control, some of them we can't. But I think just having that awareness of what is around us, what are the things that our bodies are exposed to, and how are they affecting our bodies at the most intricate part of our makeup, the cellular level. And when it comes to women's health, there are a variety of products that make strong health claims, okay? But some of those products can cause side effects that are potentially more damaging than the condition that we were attempting to support in the first place. Because a lot of those products that people are using have synthetics in them, which our body would recognize basically as a toxin, a controlled amount of a toxin. So we have a lot of natural options that are, with essential oils and different whole food plant-based supplements that our body can receive as a like substance, or in other words, a food or a plant-based product, okay, versus those synthetic products. So I want to talk about, I'm going to go into endocrine disruptors, things that can interfere with the proper function of our hormones. And a lot of people don't realize that there are toxic ingredients in our personal care products, things like makeup, feminine products, lotions, perfumes, soaps, shampoos, drinking water. Okay, we want to make sure that we're drinking a safe, filtered source of water, canned foods, conventionally grown produce. Okay, our food sources right now are very much compromised, okay, in terms of pesticides, hormones, that are given to the animals. Meats and dairy products can be compromised. High mercury fish, kitchen products, plastics, and cookware, believe it or not, have toxins in them that can disrupt the endocrine system. Cleaning products for sure. That's probably a common one that people are familiar with, just, toxins in our cleaning products. Office products, okay, ink cartridges, toners, those kinds of things. We want to just be, mindful and careful when we're exposed to those types of things. Paper receipts. A lot of people don't realize it, but the contents of our paper receipts can actually be, have toxins that will interrupt, again, our endocrine system. And so, just having that awareness, we're going to talk about 5 foundational things that are going to help bring back balance and really support our bodies in terms of hormones. Okay, so proper hydration is huge for cellular communication, proper nutrition, having a healthy gut, eating the colors of the rainbow, bone broth, fermented foods will help support good, healthy gut flora, digestive support, and immune function. Exercise, muscles, joints, energy levels, stress management. Okay, we're going to focus a little bit on self-care because I shouldn't say especially as women, because I'm sure a lot of men really don't focus on this either, but we need to take a little minute to, I don't care when it is, like during the daytime, to just give ourselves a timeout, a little breather, do something that is relaxing, that just kind of gives you a minute to regroup and, just like a checkpoint in the middle of the day. And then toxic load is huge. Okay, like I said earlier, we are surrounded by toxins everywhere. It's in our food, in the air that we breathe, the things that we put on our bodies. Okay, they're everywhere. And if we're not managing that toxic load, then we have this overload that overworks our body systems, and it just causes negative chain reaction of, things that can go wrong. So hormones can affect reproductive health, energy levels, sleep cycles, brain function, bone health, heart health, weight management, our mood, and so many other functions. And so if we can just help our bodies out a little bit, I think that it'll definitely help us feel better. So let's talk about limiting our toxic exposure. There's no doubt that environmental toxins negatively impact the human health in a number of ways. With that being said, it's clear that limiting toxic exposure can improve overall health. So avoiding all toxins in your environment, obviously that is impossible. Okay, we're not going to be able to avoid all of them, but we can limit many of them, okay? So just by limiting the toxins that are in our home that we know of, that we do have control over, can make a significant difference. We stopped using cleaning products probably close to almost 8 years ago. And you guys, I can't even handle walking, not even through the cleaning supply section at the grocery store, but even like walking by it is, I have to kind of like hold my breath because my body is so aware of like the scents and the, you know, the things that are just kind of infusing that aisle with. So avoiding synthetic fragrances, choosing BPA-free products. We're going to talk about BPA-free. Choosing chemical-free home and personal care products, and tossing makeup products that contain parabens, sodium lauryl sulfate, and mercury. So let's take a deeper look into some of these things. Okay, so again, endocrine disruptors. A lot of people don't really know what ingredients can be harmful. Most body care products contain ingredients that mimic estrogen hormones in the body and are known as endocrine disruptors. In other words, these components are directly responsible for hormone imbalances. Many fertility problems are linked to an overabundance of estrogen in the body. In women, excess estrogen is linked to early onset of puberty and menstruation at a younger age, endometriosis, urine fibroids, ovarian cysts, PCOS, breast cancer, irregular menstrual cycles, endometrial hyperplasia, and low progesterone levels. Okay, so I was listening to another webinar, and they were talking about the age at which some young girls start menstruating, and it's as early as 9 years old, whereas like, you know, years ago, you know, 15 or 16 year olds, that was kind of like the average age of when they started you know, puberty. So as early as 9, 10 years old now. And a lot of experts are saying it's because it's, you know, directly linked to these types of issues, these endocrine disruptors. So for men, excess estrogen can equate to a hormonal imbalance with testosterone, low sperm count, and overall poor sperm health. Okay, so it's not just women who are affected by this. So let's talk about a few symptoms that could indicate that there is a hormonal imbalance going on in your body. Feelings of anxiety or irritability, digestive issues, okay, any kind of like digestive upset linked to hormonal imbalances, excess sweatiness, cravings like sugar or salt cravings, fatigue. Oh my goodness, I'm hearing more and more about how people are just so tired. They're just so worn out. They can't figure out how to, like, you know, boost their energy levels. Mood swings, muscle loss, weight gain, low libido. Okay, those are just a few that I wanted to mention. Let's talk about BPA-free products. Exposure to BPA has been linked to reduced egg quality as well as several hormonal imbalances. BPA is a chemical used to make plastic hard and clear. It's used in many consumer products such as reusable water bottles and food storage containers, and it can also be found in epoxy resins, which form a protective lining inside metal food and beverage cans. Okay, so BPA has gained global attention as an environmental contaminant that impacts health, that impacts our health owing to its widespread exposure and endocrine disrupting properties. So due to this increased awareness, it has become easier to recognize when products do not contain this dangerous chemical. Okay, those containers will say BPA free. Those are the ones that we want to take a look at. So a few tips for avoiding BPA products. Stop drinking bottled water. Instead, opt for a stainless steel or a glass water bottle. Avoid plastics made with BPA and certain types of plastics or food. Avoid heating foods in plastic containers or with plastic wrap on them. And store food in containers made of glass, ceramic, or food-safe metals. Okay, those are just a few tips on avoiding BPA. So detox your life. While limiting toxins completely isn't realistic, like we said before, there are a number of leading culprits that you can choose to avoid. You can start with the following known endocrine disruptors. Let's read through them. The first are parabens. These are commonly found in deodorant, shampoo, soap, toothpaste, lipstick, and many other products. Phthalates are in most liquid body care products, so think about your lotions, liquid soaps, perfumes, hair products, etc. They've been linked to birth defects in the reproductive system of boys, specifically. Low sperm motility in adult men has also been linked to this endocrine disruptor. And methylbenzolidine is known as 4-MBC, and it's used in sunscreen lotions and has been shown to be harmful endocrine disruptor as well. So try opting for natural sun protection when available. There's some really great essential oil DIY recipes out there. You can make your own sunscreen, you guys. And triclosan is another big one. It's an antibacterial agent found in antibacterial soaps, some toothpastes, and mouthwashes. Okay. So this chemical has been linked to the disruption of both male and female reproductive systems, and studies have suggested that it may even decrease sperm count. Okay, so let's take a look at this. doTERRA has a wide variety of products. Okay, we are an essential oil company. However, we have a whole array of products that you can use to replace products that you already purchased. So in the top left corner, you're going to see our On Guard product line. There's a cleaning concentrate, toothpaste, mouthwash, hand soap, laundry detergent, throat drops, beadlets, oil, soft gels. Okay, so this is for natural cleaning, getting rid of all the crud. This stuff also helps support the immune system, big time, you guys. We use On Guard every single day. Every human in this house uses On Guard every day. We have shampoo, conditioner, hair care products. We have several different lines of skincare, facial products, and then we have a spa line. So we've got lotions, body butters, body wash, soaps, lip balm, and we also have deodorants as well that are free of these endocrine disruptors. Okay, so here's the deal, you guys. You're already purchasing toothpaste, you're already purchasing hair care. Just make sure that you are looking at your labels and making wise decisions when you're purchasing these types of products that are going in and on your body. So why doTERRA? This is probably the question I get asked the most, because as you all know, there are essential oils all over the place, right? We have a lot of choices right now. And I love talking about doTERRA because of their co-impact sourcing practices and initiatives. doTERRA sources all of its oils from indigenous regions around the world. So I can grow lavender here in my backyard in Utah, totally no problem. It grows here just fine, but it naturally or indigenously grows, like say in the high altitudes of France. And because we're harvesting oils from their indigenous regions, we're harvesting them from places that have proper altitude, climate, the seasons all contribute to the quality of the plant, the pH level in the soil, and you end up with a far superior product when you're harvesting them in their natural environment or from their natural environment. And this is where doTERRA's commitment to purity begins, honestly. The second main reason is that the oils are what we call CPTG, certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Okay, this isn't some kind of like standard across the board of essential oils. This is a trademark that doTERRA has come up with, but it really does refer to their testing protocol and ensuring that there are zero fillers, no synthetics, dyes, pesticides, or contaminants of any kind. If the batch of essential oil is compromised in any way, it simply does not go on the market anywhere. It's just not used because it's not the safest, highest quality that doTERRA is committed to providing. So they're just pure, unadulterated oils. doTERRA created the standard as a promise of purity, and each and every batch is third-party tested so that you can be confident in not just their purity, but their potency as well. Now, I want to share a quick video with you about the CPTG Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Standard. So let's see here if I can do this right. I think so. Here we go. All right, let's do this.
It's about what testing, about quality. It's not always about what testing you're doing. You have to look at the whole process and what that means collectively.
Sorry about that.
And I believe that doTERRA does that better than anyone else.
doTERRA is the best company in the industry right now. I mean, they're the leaders. I mean, there's no one that's really coming close to doing what they're doing. I haven't seen anything like it in my 20 years of being in this industry, of a company going to the lengths that they go to secure the best oil in the world.
doTERRA's commitment to quality starts well before the plants are even distilled. Through our co-impact sourcing, the CPTG process starts then. And then it goes through a three-tiered testing process that starts with outside labs and finishes off inside the company here, and then continues on after the bottles are sold.
We do several layers of testing, including GCMS, optical rotation, specific gravity, refractive index, chiral testing, carbon-14, probably more extensive than just about any lab out there.
I've been doing research with essential oils for about 15 years now. So I've worked with a lot of oils and a lot of tests. And the one thing that I've noticed consistently is that unless you're starting with an oil that has a consistent quality, you're not going to get good results.
You know, a lot of our oils are used in aromatherapy or topical use. We want to make sure that we do not only make a product that's effective, but it's also going to be safe. And that's why we do a thorough analysis to look at the composition to make sure that it is safe. But at the same time, we also go ahead and do skin irritation testing, which is also called as the RIP testing or repeat insult patch testing, to make sure that when you apply it on topically, it's not irritating to your skin.
To a wellness advocate, we always keep them in mind, and we talk about it in our training. And what matters is that the details matter. You know, quality is in the details, and so because we're so passionate and so detailed, we're sure not to miss those things that are going to make the difference between just an okay product and a great product.
We stand behind our quality processes because we have the most in-depth and knowledgeable staff. We have set the standard for what the quality process should be. The testing knowledge that is gained as well as passed on with each bottle is, you cannot measure.
One of the things that I've recognized about the quality of essential oils and the testing is that it's a dynamic environment. It's changing. And this is why it's so important that doTERRA leads the front, that doTERRA is developing and processing and coming up with new ways, new opportunities to prove out the quality of essential oils, and frankly, in a way that no other company is able to do. As we continue to grow, as we continue to expand throughout the world, I'm proud to say that doTERRA has made that commitment and will not waver or deviate from that.
All right, so let's get back to our PowerPoint real quickly. And let's see, here we go. All right, so I want to talk about 3 different ways that you can use essential oils. The first one is topically. When you apply your oils to areas of the body that need support, they reach the bloodstream. You guys listen to this. This amazed me when I heard this. They reach the bloodstream within 20 seconds, super quick. And they are distributed throughout the body within 20 minutes. Okay, they work very quickly, they metabolize quickly. So the nice thing is that I can reapply an essential oil topically as needed. So when any of my children are experiencing like an elevated body temperature, I can use peppermint, lavender, and frankincense. Those are my 3 go-tos for that, along the spine, bottom of the feet, behind the ears, about every 20 minutes as needed. I cannot do that with an over-the-counter without overdosing my children. Okay, I love that feature of essential oils. It's best to dilute the oils in fractionated coconut oil or other carrier oils such as grapeseed oil, olive oil. Those are just a couple of examples. And that will help to avoid skin sensitivity. And you're always going to want to dilute the oils with children for sure under the age of 5. Monitor your older kids and see how their skin responds to the oils, and our older friends and family who tend to have more sensitive skin. So the bottoms of the feet are a great place to apply the oils, as it's the most porous section of the skin, allowing for quick absorption. And you can also apply on the back of the neck or along the spine. The second way is to use them aromatically. You can put a drop in the palm of your hand, cup your hands over your nose and inhale. That is amazing, especially when you're needing some respiratory support. You can also diffuse oils. That's a great way to get benefits from the oils. Okay, they can support respiratory function and enhance the mood. They can really help clear the air of airborne pathogens and just kind of purify your overall environment. And internally, doTERRA is the only, I'll say it again, doTERRA is the only brand of oil that I would trust to use internally. So please don't assume that it's okay to use any brand of oil internally, as purity varies greatly. It's safe for consumption. If it is safe for consumption, the bottle will clearly be labeled if it is approved for internal use. It'll say dietary supplement, and it will also have a supplement facts section on the label. Otherwise, it will say for topical or aromatic use only. Okay, so do not ingest an oil if it doesn't specifically say dietary supplement or have a supplement facts section on the label. Once you are assured of quality, you can add 1 drop to your water or your tea. I like to drop some of the oils directly in my mouth. You can put them in an empty veggie capsule and take them internally that way. So those are the 3 main ways. So I'm going to turn the time over to Sarah, and she's going to talk a little bit more about aging and what hormones actually are and what they do. So Sarah.
All right, thanks, Joni. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Wessels. Joni and I have been friends for a very long time, and she is the one who introduced me to oils. So I'm excited to get on here today and just share some super beneficial info with you guys, so we can all live healthier, happier lives together. I hear some background noise, so if you have your microphone on, you might want to just check that we all are muted besides me. But we're going to start by talking aging and deteriorating do not have to go hand in hand. We have the choice to put our health first and experience life with a prevention mentality. So if we're proactive with our health, we can have the best and healthiest lives possible. We just have to get into that mentality of preventative wellness. Today, our goal together is to address some issues that women face. Some of those things might apply to you. I'm going to kind of go through a list of things and seriously take a look and think, is this me? Do you feel completely drained and low on energy every day? Do you put everyone else's needs ahead of your own? You may know that health is important, but are you finding the time and creating the time for your own personal health? You may be beginning to lose passion for things that you once enjoyed. You might be concerned about aging, but feel it's an inevitable thing. And you also might have the burning desire to look and feel better than you do right now, but just not know where to start or how to find the time. So we're going to give you some information today that starts an educational process to give you the gift of knowledge and hopefully keep our bodies healthy and our hormones happy and really get on this path of living the best possible you that you can be. So one area that elicits high level of stress for women as they age is hormones. It's a simple fact that hormones get blamed for a lot of things. They can be the culprits or the source of the problem when it comes to bad mood, aggressive moments, sad days. And whether it's deserved or not, it is clear that hormones play a really significant role in our body's functions. They affect such a wide range of physiological process that it's important to maintain a hormonal balance. Hormonal change can cause a wide variety of physical and emotional symptoms. Estrogen and progesterone are the main steroidal hormones that affect women's health. Each of these hormones has a broad scope of functions that extend far beyond our reproductive health. So female sex hormones influence energy levels, sleep cycle, brain function, bone health. They affect our heart health, weight management, and so many other things. So I feel like sometimes we don't get the scope of how important it is to maintain a healthy hormone balance. Hormones often represent a gateway to many health conditions, which is why prevention in this area could be such a catalyst for significantly better quality of life. Having the realization that hormones play such an important role is the first step in getting there. Women can experience hormonal imbalance at any stage in their lives. You don't have to be aging to have an imbalance of your hormones. It's just our body's way of telling us and asking us to help. So if you notice some of the symptoms that I mentioned or some of the symptoms that Joni mentioned earlier, then you're definitely in the right place to talk about hormones. So we're going to talk about what are hormones and what do they do. So we won't get real scientific on you or anything, but it is important that you have a basic understanding that hormones are very special and powerful chemical messengers in your body, and they're created in the endocrine glands. These messengers control the most major bodily functions, from simple basic needs like hunger to complex systems like reproduction and even emotions and mood. The body has many different hormones, but certain types have a bigger role to play in the body's health and well-being. So understanding what these roles are is important for those of us that are looking to protect and manage our health. For women, specifically, estrogen or estradiol is the main sex hormone. It causes puberty, prepares the body and uterus for pregnancy, and regulates the menstrual cycle. During menopause, estrogen levels change and cause many of the uncomfortable symptoms that women experience. In a later slide, we're going to give you a list of different websites and YouTube videos that you can go and look at. But there is one that really highlights some of this information if you want to learn more. And it is, I'll tell you what it is, but like I said, it'll be listed at the end. And it's just www.hormone.org. That has some great information on hormones. All right. So you really do not have to suffer. And that's why we're doing this class. Many women reach a point in their lives and they start to believe, when I age, my beauty and health will deteriorate. This is caused by societal ignorance, and my motivation is to break it and help rewrite the story for you. Life changes are often viewed as like an illness that needs to be medicated. And the truth is that aging and hormonal imbalances in different stages of our life are natural. And if we support them and give our body its best and have an understanding this is a natural process, we can help manage it smoothly. And aging doesn't have to be considered an illness or even a fear. We can address it and actually attain that goal of aging gracefully if we just give our bodies what they need. Outside of a diet filled with high quality food choices and regular exercise, which we're going to talk about shortly, doTERRA has 2 products which are specific for women and offer the potential support and prevention that you need. The first one that we're going to talk about is doTERRA's Women Phytoestrogen Lifetime Complex. This is a blend of natural plant extracts. It supports your hormone balance throughout the different phases of a woman's life. So beginning as a young adult, almost every function of a woman's body is controlled by hormones. A balance of normal hormone levels will influence a woman's good health and emotional well-being from her early ages to her transition through menopause. This complex is a blend of standardized plant phytoestrogens that support hormone balance gently and naturally. It also includes concentrated flax seeds to promote healthy metabolism. So eating right, exercising, and maintaining hormonal balance can help reduce these uncomfortable issues associated with PMS and then the transition through menopause, and will provide additional support for healthy bones, heart, breast tissue, and other body structures as we function and as we progress in age. So I personally use this complex. I find that it's super beneficial in supporting my body and helping to kind of balance out and regulate those hard edges that we sometimes feel throughout the month. I really feel like it kind of just takes everything down a notch, if you will. And we can talk more about it later after the recording, but I do want to say that I do find this product to be incredibly beneficial to my body as a woman. The next one that we're going to talk about is the Clary Calm. This is the monthly blend for women. It's a proprietary blend, and it's designed to provide a soothing effect during women's menstrual cycle, and also cooling effects to the skin and balancing for emotions. During your menstrual cycle, you can apply it to your abdomen or your lower back, or wherever it is that you're feeling discomfort, for a soothing and calming massaging experience. During moments of heat, when you feel like your body temperature is elevated, you can apply it to your skin for a cooling effect as well. The back of your neck, any portion of your body, like the pulse points, so like the inside of your wrist, the back of your neck, under your arms, your navel, and the back of the lower back. Those are all areas that you could apply this to elicit a cooling response. You can also diffuse it for a calming aroma that helps soothe any heightened emotions that you have during this time. So just kind of a recap, it's soothing and calming. It has an aroma that helps soothe and balance heightened emotions, and it helps balance the mood throughout the month. So Clary Calm is pretty spectacular. I've had a lot of women who have had really tremendous results and kind of easing some symptoms that they have during their monthly cycles that are really uncomfortable. This blend has been a lifesaver for them in the sense that they really soothe and ease that discomfort. So I have a lot of great testimonies about that one as well. After this, we are going to talk about nutrition, and Joni's going to go into that with us.
Okay, so it's also extremely important to focus on nutrition when it comes to prevention. Any foods that are high quality and high in calcium should be included in your daily diet. Some options for you to consider are the following: organic milk, yogurt or Greek yogurt, various cheeses. Okay, I'm just going to throw in fermented types of foods. So I think some of the ones that we're probably most familiar with would be yogurt, aged dairy products like some of the cheeses, sauerkraut, kefir and kombucha. Those are like two products that I hear people using, and what that does is help support good healthy gut flora. And I kind of mentioned that earlier. If we can have a good healthy gut, okay, then things are going to just roll a lot smoother and balance things out, and also support our immune systems as well. So beans, sardines, salmon, fortified foods, green leafy vegetables. You guys, like a pound of vegetables a day sounds like a lot to people, and they're like, we just don't do it. Like, I just don't know how to do it. And I added a picture of our Terra Greens, which is fruit and vegetables. And this is a fantastic source to get your daily requirements for those types of nutrients in your body. So just doing like a green smoothie a day, throw some yogurt in there. Sometimes I'll even throw a little extra like frozen fruits. You can do a variety of green smoothies, but some people love them. For some, it takes a minute to acquire a taste, but it's so beneficial to get this nutrition into your body. Eggs are really good, lean cuts of meat as well. So also try your best to get in the sun, or at least supplement with a high quality vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D is key. The next slide is going to continue our discussion about nutrition. So the Bone Nutrient Lifetime Complex is a blend of vitamins and minerals that are essential for bone health in women beginning in adolescence. Okay, so a lot of us are like, we just kind of have that mentality. We're like, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I feel great, I don't need to do anything. And like Sarah mentioned before, this is about taking a proactive approach to our healthcare. Because let's face it, guys, everybody pays for their healthcare one way or another. So instead of having it be on a reactive emergency mode basis, if we can really be proactive and just be good stewards of it while we're feeling good and strong and healthy, then what would make sense, right, is that we can age a lot more gracefully. I'll say it that way. So this is really good for bone health in women beginning in adolescence and continuing through menopause. Bone Nutrient Lifetime Complex is formulated with the bioavailable forms of natural nutrients that include vitamins C and D, plus calcium, magnesium, and other trace minerals that support healthy bone density as a woman ages. So primary benefits of this particular product: it provides optimal levels of vitamins and minerals essential for developing and maintaining healthy bone mass and density. It provides 100% of the recommended daily amounts of calcium and magnesium. It supports healthy bones and overall health throughout a woman's lifetime. It's a proprietary formula of the highest quality bone nutrients in bioavailable forms. It contains vitamins D2 and D3 to help bones absorb the calcium. And it's made with sodium lauryl sulfate free HPMC vegetable capsules. So the capsules that they're made of are good. Is that in a nutshell. So, so this is a fantastic supplement to add. I was in a seminar a number of years ago that doTERRA hosted, and they were doing a class on women's health. And I remember, this stood out to me, I think this is like the one thing I remembered. When you take the phytoestrogen alone, it targets 3 main hormones in the body. When you take the phytoestrogen with the bone nutrient, it will target 27 hormones, you guys. So it kind of helps balance out that many more hormones in the body. And it's just an overall good supplement to take, okay? In terms of getting those vitamins and minerals that are necessary for bone health and such. So the next line I want to talk about, this is kind of one product that I'm super passionate about. This is a high quality supplementation product that doTERRA has. We call it the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack. And it's a vitamin trio. It has these 3 products. And it is, this really, you know, when people are like, I just don't know where to start to just kind of feel overall better. You know, this addresses the issue of just being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, so I'm going to talk very briefly about each one of these, but before I do that, the trio together, this is all about cellular health and wellness. Okay, all health and disease are rooted at a cellular level, you guys, and it is amazing how the body will respond to the micro and the macronutrients that it needs in order to thrive and function at an optimal level. And so, you know, eating right, getting that proper nutrition, those nutrients, is just one of those foundational things that we really just can't avoid. We can't escape it. You guys, we need to make sure that we're getting the nutrients that our bodies need. So I kind of mentioned, you know, food has evolved and it continues to do so. It simply isn't as good of a quality as it was a number of years ago because of depletion of the soil. We have all kinds of preservatives and, you know, all this kind of stuff that can make our food, you know, much lower quality. So even if you eat super clean and healthy, perfect, organic, everything's, you know, just the best on the market, my belief is that you still need supplementation. Everyone really can benefit from supplementation. So signs of deficiency of proper nutrition would be lack of energy, fatigue, moody or irritable, compromised immune function, bone health and joint discomfort, weakness of the skin, hair, and nails. Okay, so again, we're just kind of targeting the whole like sick and tired of being sick and tired. And this trio here is kind of like an all-in-one. So I want to talk quickly about the one on the top. That's the Microplex VMZ. This is your vitamins and minerals. Okay, this is really good for hormone function, for your hormones to function at a peak level. I just want to see. It really helps to support. I'm so sorry, I'm kind of like losing my train of thought here. It has 20 essential vitamins and minerals, has natural folate from lemon peel. It has a blend of antioxidant vitamins A, C, E, and B, a balanced blend of chelated minerals, including calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, manganese, and chromium. And all of these are whole food botanical, in a whole food botanical blend so that you get that really great absorption. So a lot of times people will take a multivitamin that they get, you know, just, you know, at the grocery store or whatever, and sometimes it's that big, huge horse pill, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes, you know, they're easy to consume, but they're just like over cram packed with so much more than what our bodies actually need. And what I love about this product is that it's in a powdery herbal form, all whole food plant-based product that is easily absorbed, and it's broken down into 4 capsules a day. So when people say, well, what's the dose? I say, well, it's 4 of each. Well, that's like 12 capsules a day, and people kind of like freak out about that. It's a beautiful design, you guys, because some people get what they need taking half of the dose. Some people need the full dose. And so you really can customize this based on your body's needs, and I love it. The next one is the Z Omega, which is the bottom left-hand corner. And this is for brain, heart health. It's really, really good for lowering those free radicals that we have that kind of like damage our bodies at a cellular level. And this is also for like circulation, heart, brain health, good for joint and muscle support. It has the omegas in there, which we know are really important. Excuse me. And then the Alpha CRS Plus, again, this is our cellular vitality complex. And this helps to produce energy or increase energy. And it helps kind of rid the body of toxins and protect our cells against the damage that toxins can cause in the body. So this is really good. Another really good one to add. So our lifelong health and vitality depend on many factors, including diet, physical activity, weight management, rest, stress management, exposure to toxins, and inherent genetic predisposition for disease or wellness. So while some of these variables are beyond our control, breakthrough scientific research is revealing many ways that we can influence and even control significant factors of aging and wellness. A long life full of vitality and healthy aging begins with providing your cells, sorry about that, with essential nutrients and metabolic factors to help them perform optimally. And this is just a fabulous place to start. So, the next slide is all about essential oils. Okay, so we've talked about some of the supplements that we have. We talked about Clary Calm, which is an oil blend. A lot of people call it magical. But I want to just focus on a few areas that we can use essential oils for to help you know, our bodies to function, you know, more optimally. So I'm going to start with progesterone and estrogen production. So progesterone, an oil that's really good to use, is thyme oil. This can help improve progesterone production and really target feelings of being depressed. It can help target PCOS and issues with infertility. Okay, so that would be thyme essential oil. Now, an oil to help target estrogen production and estrogen balance is going to be clary sage. Okay, again, this is going to help address PMS issues, infertility issues, PCOS, estrogen-based cancers, which can, you know, result from having an excess of estrogen in the body. Now, let me remind you that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and that these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. But these essential oils interact with our bodies, with our body chemistry, to help support our body systems, and targeting progesterone and estrogens is kind of a part of that picture, okay? So thyroid function, or oils that are really good for autoimmune issues, would be frankincense. Frankincense is fantastic for lowering inflammation in the body, or for promoting a healthy inflammatory process, is how we would need to say that. And this can help our cortisol levels, okay? Sandalwood is a really good one to use specifically for, well, I shouldn't say, for both men and women, because sandalwood can help balance out testosterone. And so I want to talk about, you know, we talked about specific hormones. Now let's talk about specific issues, such as managing our stress, okay? My two favorite go-to oils for managing stress are Balance, that is our grounding blend, and Serenity, which is a calming blend. Those two are very, very nice oils to have on hand. In fact, they go with me everywhere I go. I have them in my purse at all times. I have them on my nightstand. I have them next to my computer on my desk. They kind of just go where I go. Sleep. Okay, so helping to promote a good night's full of rest and good sleep would be oils like lavender, cedarwood, and vetiver. Those would be my three go-to oils for sleep. Serenity, again, that oil has vetiver and lavender in it. So the blends are a really good option to go with, because you get more than one oil that can target similar issues. Energy. Oh boy, you guys, there's just hands down nothing better to help me boost my energy than peppermint and a citrus oil. Peppermint and grapefruit, peppermint and wild orange. Those are probably my two favorite blends to go with when you're just kind of feeling like you need a little pick-me-up in the middle of the day, or you just need to kind of get some motivation to get moving. Peppermint and a citrus oil. Those are my two go-tos. So I want to talk about the liver as well, because we've talked about toxic load, and we want to make sure we have a happy, healthy liver. And this is going to help promote hormone metabolism. And the oil that I would go to for this would be our Zendocrine detoxification complex. Okay, geranium is a single oil that's recommended for this, but I believe geranium is in the Zendocrine. I'll have to double check, but I think that is true. And this is going to help reduce our toxic load and toxic waste in the body. Most commonly, I will just rub a few drops of Zendocrine oil right over the top of my liver, and that can help significantly just support your detox organs in your liver. Okay, let's talk blood sugars. So our blood sugars interact with our hormones all the time, and they have a direct impact on ovulation and uterine lining. So we want to manage cravings and our appetite and manage our healthy blood sugar levels, and our Slim and Sassy blend is the oil for that. Okay, that's really going to help support our blood sugar levels. And it has grapefruit in it, which is super helpful for balancing progesterone levels as well. So Slim and Sassy sounds fun, right? Okay, so just having these oils available, okay, throughout the day. I have them in my purse, I have them in my office, I've got a little stash in my kitchen. And it's kind of like that whole out of sight, out of mind. When you don't see it, you kind of don't always think about using them unless your body's just screaming at you. But we have them in our living room, our nightstand, our car. I have a diaper bag stashed. I mean, they're just kind of everywhere in our house because we just use them on a daily basis. So set up some routines, set up a morning routine, set up a midday pick-me-up, checkpoint routine, an evening routine. That can really, really help with, just supporting our body from a proactive standpoint. So Sarah is going to, oh no, I forgot about these. These are one of my favorites. Mood support. How can I forget that with hormones, right? We have an emotional aromatherapy kit. And these different oils really do target a variety of different moods and emotions that we experience. Some of us on a daily level, and some of us, occasionally, but, just peace and cheer are probably my two favorites. But there is, if you want to Google this, you guys, you could Google doTERRA emotional aromatherapy wheel. And it will show you I don't know, it has 30 or 40 different moods, maybe not that many, but there's a big list of moods, and it's going to show you on a chart which one of these oils are going to target those specific moods and emotions. So again, you can Google doTERRA emotional aromatherapy wheel. It is a fantastic resource. Okay, so Sarah is going to hop on next.
Okay, guys. Sorry, my screen just did something crazy, but I'm here. All right. Let's get into talking about physical activity. We do not have to sit around and wait for our health to deteriorate or give up, even if you've been diagnosed with a condition, because like I've said so many times during this time together, we can control our health. We have this ability to be proactively well. Joni said earlier, we don't have to react when something goes bad. If we are mindful and good stewards, and you guys being here right now and listening to this webinar, you are taking a step towards being proactively well, learning, expanding your knowledge. I love it. It's exciting to me. I feel like if I could go to college like for my whole life, I would, if I didn't have to pay for it, because I just really enjoy learning. And it's become a passion for me to learn not only how to help myself, but then you kind of become like obligated to share that knowledge with other people. So I hope that you guys are gleaning some great information from this webinar, and that you really sense how much both Joni and I value this company and the products that they have because of all the benefits that we've both received. One of the things that a lot of us dread, especially as we get older and our bodies do, get a little rougher, is exercise. But it is really important part of maintaining the most wonderful physical and emotional health that you can have. So getting exercise in your life is a really powerful way to improve your overall health. You can be creative. I know we're busy. Gosh, I know, believe me. But you really can be creative in creating time for anything that moves your body. And it's super important that you find something that also elicits joy. Like if you absolutely despise running, then don't run. Like don't do something that isn't, bringing some emotional support to you as well. There's so many different options. Simply going for a walk in the morning or in the afternoon or whatever time of day it is that you have available is a great way to get some physical exercise. Dancing, doing different sports, join an adult co-ed intramural league at your church or your local community center. It's a great way to have some camaraderie with other people and really get your body moving. It's something that we've done adult volleyball leagues before and really enjoy it just because it's fun, There's yoga, which is really great for so many people. Tai Chi, rock climbing. You can go kayaking, swimming, martial arts. There's just so many different ways to engage your body and your mind. And it's such a powerful way to take control of your own health. So don't dismiss that portion of overall healthy living. So the next thing we're going to talk about is just really our goal for this class was to simply open your mind to the preventative portion of self-care. We know that certain health conditions that will impact your life, regardless of you being the most powerfully positive, healthy person on the planet, we still are going to encounter issues with our health. There's no cure-all for anything. But I also know that it's true that when you consume a diet that's rich in high quality food, you move your body on a regular basis, you supplement with pure products that are derived from doTERRA's essential oils, you are laying a foundation for vitality. You're giving the body its best chance to be at its best. You're helping your body help itself. And something that Joni said earlier, just really striking to me, is that everybody needs healthcare. Everybody's paying for healthcare one way or another. And, this slide that she showed earlier just really lays out a way that you can incorporate these natural, safe, toxin-free products into different avenues of your life and really just kind of strengthen that foundation that you need for the best you. A true measure of beauty is the ability to take care of yourself and to put your own needs first. As mothers and wives, I totally understand that many of us, it's extremely normal to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. And you can't expect that to change. You're still going to have these same responsibilities tomorrow or later on today after listening to us talk. But I really hope this helps you spark a desire to carve out some space for yourself, to take care of you in this busy life and focus on what truly matters, which is your health. If you're not well, you can't give your best to everyone else. So that's our focus today. Let's take some glimpses of realization at the importance of self-care, the importance of women's health overall. And I hope that what we've offered you today has given you some tools that can help you start a path of wellness, or continue if you're already there. So if you're anything like me, you're super excited to have these tangible solutions, to hear about products that can help you with your particular issues. And so you might kind of be wheeling with a bunch of information that we've shared. Some of it's sciencey, some of it's just a lot of products. And you might be wondering, like, what do I do now? How do I know what to use? Where do I get started? And I want you to know that you are never alone in an essential oil journey, in a wellness journey with this group of people. Joni and I personally are here to help guide you and help you every step of the way, to answer your questions, provide resources. We do not know everything. I told you earlier, I am a lifelong learner, and I am part of the presentation of this seminar. And as I was going along, I'm taking notes on stuff that Joni's saying, because I'm learning from her still. Like, we'll never have all the answers, but there's so many people that are very knowledgeable in this area that we can help you find the things that you're looking for. And we want to help you. So anyway, we have multiple essential oil groups, depending on whether Joni invited you or I invited you or someone else, Samantha. Different people have guests on this webinar, or if you're joining us later, we can connect you with a group mostly on Facebook that connects new oilers with other oil users to help lay out foundations and ideas and different ways to answer questions, and make sure that you're aware and have the tools you need to incorporate these oils into your life. And we just really want you to have the tools to help yourself be the best you. So we are going to, I'm going to pass this over to Joni now.
Okay, so getting involved is the next thing we're going to talk about, and there are 3 main ways that you can get doTERRA into your home. The first is by purchasing oils at the full retail price. This is the most expensive, and this is the option that I don't actually recommend, because you're going to be paying more for your oils than you actually need to. The second option would be to pay a $35 annual membership fee. This is much like getting a Costco membership. You pay an annual fee, and then you have access to their store anytime during the year. doTERRA is the same. You do not have to purchase something every single month. You don't have to make minimum purchases. You just shop for what you need when you need it, and you get 25% off of the retail price. So this is a really great way to get your oils at the lower cost. The third way would be to enroll or get started with an enrollment kit. And when you do this, that $35 annual membership fee is waived, and you're going to get your first set of oils actually below the wholesale cost when you do this. This really is the least expensive, in my opinion, smartest way to get started with doTERRA. And so options 2 or 3 are the options that I would recommend. Now, I would like to share a video that just kind of goes into a little more detail about this. So let me pull this up here. Make it larger. Here we go.
doTERRA offers product through a yearly wholesale membership. For a low membership fee of $35, a wellness advocate will be able to purchase products at wholesale prices 25% below retail. A new wellness advocate can choose to enroll with just the $35 enrollment fee, or doTERRA offers several product kits as enrollment options. If you purchase an enrollment kit, not only will the membership fee be waived, but you will receive a substantial discount on doTERRA products. We have found that as new wellness advocates experience the purity and potency of doTERRA essential oils and essential oil wellness products, they naturally are inclined to share their experiences and the products with others. To help you on your journey, doTERRA has included in your enrollment packet 3 brochures: Living, Sharing, and Building doTERRA Naturally. Meet with the individual who invited you today to review enrollment options and choose the best fit for you.
Okay, so getting involved is all about just starting somewhere. Okay, we covered a lot of information, and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I want you to focus on your top 2 or 3 health goals or health concerns and just start there and learn as you go. Okay, a lot of people feel like they have to have it all figured out and know everything there is to know about essential oils before they can get started. And my advice is to just start somewhere and then just kind of build on your experiences and your knowledge as you go. So I want to talk about this kit that we have. This is the Women's Health Kit, and when you purchase the kit, you're actually going to get these 3 products at an even bigger discounted price. And it comes with the bone nutrient, the phytoestrogen, and the Clary Calm, which is the essential oil blend that we have highlighted today. And it has a lot of the single oils that I've talked about mixed all together. So for targeting women's health and hormone support, this is the trio that you that I think that you should start with. If you wanted to add another oil blend, I would recommend it be Whisper. That one also has a lot of fantastic oils that are in there to target hormone support and health. Okay, next up, the Lifelong Vitality Pack. When you get a wholesale membership, you become a wholesale customer, you can actually get this Lifelong Vitality Pack at a discounted price. And this is something that people usually purchase every month. And so when you're purchasing on a regular basis, you can be set up for a program that's called the Loyalty Reward Program, and you can earn points toward free product. This is something that's completely optional. So you can become a wholesale member and not participate in the Loyalty Reward Program. It doesn't cost any more if you do. But it's just designed for people who are ordering on a regular basis, and it's basically a rebate program that doTERRA has to tell people thank you for being a loyal customer, and they get points back that they can redeem toward free product of their choice. And someone can explain that to you in more detail after this class. So that's the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And so what I want you guys to know is that the best is coming. You guys, we've talked about a lot of great tools and products that you can start implementing into your daily routine to help bring balance back to those hormones and to really just support your overall body. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks again for participating in this class, whether it was live here on the webinar or if you're going to catch the recording later. Your time is very much appreciated, and I have enjoyed sharing this information with you, and I hope that you have found it to be helpful and empowering in terms of targeting those women's health concerns and goals that you have. And if you know anyone who could benefit from this information, by all means, share this link with them, and we'd love to help answer any questions that they have as well. So before we sign off, I want to make sure that you get these links that Sarah was talking about earlier. I would recommend just taking a screenshot of these websites on your phone so that you can have them later. But the first and the third are links to articles that talk more about hormone support and hormone health. The second and the fourth are links to the 2 videos that we watched throughout this webinar. So again, thank you so much for your time. It's been much appreciated.